my name is Vianney Kalinawan. For my occupational trial, I decided to do dog walking with my puppy named Munti. For the past few years, I've been inactive due to heavy loads of school and work. I study for hours, attend classes, and work on the weekends, which I had no time to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I also realized that I lost connection to the outside world and to my dog since I've been preoccupied with my academics and work and building a good resume for my future career in physician assistant. My boyfriend has been attentive and active, taking the puppy out while I handle the indoor dog tasks such as feeding, training, and baiting. With Munti's love of adventures, I decided to build a bond with her again by doing dog walks 3 times a week with a goal of hitting 2 hours every hike. Despite having no interest in nature, we will go on different trail parks that I know and enjoyed what we will discover. The reason why I'm not an outdoor enthusiast are fear of bugs and intense humidity during the summer. Back to hiking, I started to slow down with my walking and do a couple of runs in short distances, but I mostly do straight walking, especially when it rained that day, to avoid being slipped. Observing Munti, she had no problem in adjusting or adapting to the new hobby I started. She was a natural. I also enjoyed seeing her engage in foreign objects or ducks that she never saw before. Clearly, the duck doesn't want to play. The goal of spending 2 hours on each hike was a long process. Being prepared both mentally and physically, and having the right equipment assisted in prolonging my time during hikes. This sling bag has been the greatest assistance during my hikes. It is very tactical and has multiple features. I love how it is a crossbody where the bag is on my chest. It has a bottle holder on the side to carry one of my 2 bottles, one bottle for me, an energy drink, and one bottle for Munti, a cold water with ice. Motivation and consistency are critical in succeeding in this goal. The second day of the hike at Lovely Nature State Park, I witnessed a log covered with white mushrooms, which I think was beyond fascinating. During my dog walks, especially after rainy days, I noticed mushrooms almost everywhere in green areas. Especially, I mostly go to this one park behind my apartment, which has a lake in the middle. I saw these mushrooms grow bigger until the landscaping workers cut them off. I also saw the dead ones, obviously, which looked like somebody pulled it. Throughout the weeks of dog hikes, I always look forward to seeing more mushrooms. Based on my research, these are chlorophyllum molybdites, also known as vomiter mushrooms, which are poisonous and dangerous for children and pets. These mushrooms are commonly found in lawns, grassy areas, or open woods. Thankfully, Munti isn't amused by it and continue ignoring these poisonous mushrooms. She would sniff and forget about it. There were also challenges during these hikes. One of them was Florida's unpredictable weather. The trails were quite slippery after rains, and more insects will also come out, biting me and Munti. Finding a time to go for walks between long days of rain was difficult, especially how unpredictable the weather app was. Second was the extreme heat during sunny days, which I always worried about Munti getting a heat stroke. This is very likely to occur during summer when the dogs are out. She would also stop between walks, which I occasionally decided to go home right after, with not aiming the goal of 2 hours since I feel so bad for her. Third challenge was dealing with Munti's allergies. This is very common for pit bulls during spring and summer. She had red spots underneath her belly. The vet advised to give her 25 milligrams of Benadryl and an oatmeal bath. I use an oatmeal shampoo and conditioner and let it sit for 15 minutes each. After a few weeks of dog walking and overcoming the challenges mentioned, I succeeded in the goal of doing this activity 3 times a week and spent 2 hours each hike. The amount of time I dog walk was very slow progress, especially since it rained many times and Munti was exhausted during sunny days. But I started with 1 hour each time and slowly progressed to 2 hours. Along the way, I learned many strategies hike after hike, which improved and assisted in achieving the main goal. This was also a fulfilling and auspicious experience since I was able to connect with nature and my dog at the same time. I started with less motivation and no interest in nature, but I ended up loving, enjoying, and learning new things in the outside world, along with my fur companion. In the future, I could see continuing this new hobby but it might be reduced due to having more classes and some are on campus. To end this video, I'll share the cutest and silliest videos of Minty.
She's looking back.